Hey, Christoph. I started a second ago, but I didn't have the mic on. I caught it. So hey, dude, I'm back home. So I didn't really have time to post until now. I went out and saw Wreck-It Ralph 2 again with my dad, and that is a really good movie. I'm really curious to see what you think of it if you ever go see it. Also, super random, I'm going to be in Chicago tomorrow. So video post for tomorrow will be interesting. I think I'll remember to do it. Just the context for it will be, I'm curious to see how it'll fit into the day. Also, I found out I was going to Chicago tomorrow last night, and that's a whole other little story I'll talk to you later about. I told Thomas that he can join, but I think he'd be more down once finals are over. Maybe just like a little few days into winter break, because especially, I mean, Shrey is already experiencing it. Adding something on top of that is tough. For the adult stuff, when you put it that way, it definitely shows a flaw in my explanation, and I didn't think my thing was foolproof, but the idea that true adults having to know everything they're talking about in all situations, that's not what I meant, but it does kind of like expose a flaw in the thinking. And so what that kind of makes me think is I associate a lot more about being an adult with confidence, I think. Like, not necessarily knowing how to address every situation, but being able to make an educated guess. So like, rather than those specific situations, having specific experience in those situations, enough experience to make an educated guess, or to make a informed decision. I definitely still don't think there's a specific bar to pass, though. Oh yeah, Alex Computer here on your question, responding to your question. But honestly, I don't balance great on when is enough work and when is enough relaxing. Truthfully, I don't really know how to answer all that well either. But like recently, being sick and all, these days we're doing the complete minimum required and then curling back up into a ball of blankets and tissues. So recently, not a whole lot of extra work or like productive work being done here, just kind of maintenance work. But what that makes me think about is a bit about the perception of those different types of work. What is maintenance work, and what is the minimum required versus what is progression. And so the way I've heard that kind of talked about is there are three versions of yourself: past self, present self, future self. You want to forgive your past self for all, like, look back with an eye on experience and just say, hey, had some days where you didn't do exactly everything you wanted to do, and that's fine. But then also thanking your past self for the things they'd set you up on now. So for me, like, there is the perspective of like the self that left CU being like, there's a part of me that's like, man, I kind of wish I'd never left CU. But at the same time, it's realizing the amount of stuff that I've learned in the time since I left CU, and even though I'm ending back up and going back to CU, it's learning, and it's all good. It's all experience. I'm becoming more of an adult. And then for the future self, your present self doing work now as a gift to your future self. And so all that extra work being, instead of just kind of like not knowing where that's going, intentionally doing that as in a couple days, like you finish an assignment, and then because you know that you're going to be busy with another assignment, like on Friday, that say both two assignments are due Friday, you finish one assignment earlier in the week, as a gift to yourself, because you know you're going to procrastinate the other one. So then you don't have to do two assignments on Friday, you only have to do one. It's like, thank you, past self. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of straight from your question, but that's kind of what came to mind. As far as like a question for you, I know nothing about how finals are internationally. So what do finals look like abroad? What do finals look like for you? It seems like you're a little bit less stressed, or maybe I'm just reading that wrong, because you're still posting your videos. Is there any difference / how are you feeling going into them? Yeah. See you later.